Okay, so what we're going to start off with is a canvas, and you need 2 or 3 brushes. You need a thick one and a couple of thin ones, or maybe just one thin one. You can kind of, decide what kind of paints you really want, but I prefer if you would start with a pink, and then a light blue, and then a darker blue, and then of course we always have the black and white for what we're going to be finishing, but our primary colors are going to be these 3, the pink and the 2 tones of blue. So, and also make sure you've got a cup of water for cleaning your brush off, and also something to wipe your brush with. So it's always nice to make sure that you've got everything in front of you first, so that you're not like running around wondering where everything is. So we're going to start off with the pink, and we're going to do a lot of like blending. So don't be afraid to get adventurous. Alrighty. So we're going to start off with the pink, and we're going to do the whole bottom of the canvas. Okay, and just keep brushing it on. You can use as much as you want, doesn't matter. We're not going to wait until it dries. We're actually going to blend them in with each other. So okay, and then we're going to take the lighter blue. And then we're going to do, you can clean the brush off if you want, but you don't really have to, because we're going to be blending them in together. So then we're going to put a lighter shade of blue. And you can kind of blend them together. And then as you're blending it, you're seeing that you're getting kind of like a purpley color. So it's always nice to blend, 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 blend. And you can bring it right down into the pink that you've already got. This is also good if you want to take some sponges and just do it as a sponging effect. That's really neat too. I guess, you know what? Probably one of my next paintings will just use nothing but sponges, because it kind of gives it a really, really nice texture. And it's a lot of fun. And that's another good one for the kids, because they like playing with stuff like that. And now we're going to do the darker blue. And again, we're just going to wipe the brush or not wipe the brush. It's entirely up to you, but start at the top, because that's where you want it to be the darkest. Actually, I think I'm going to pour just a little bit more of the darker blue. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to blend it down. You're just going to kind of blend it into the lighter blue. And then you can go back up, maybe a little bit more down. Just so that it, and you just do it very, very lightly, so that they just blend really nicely. Everything blends. Okay, so there's the first part of our canvas. For anybody who feels a little bit adventurous, but if you don't feel adventurous, don't do it. Maybe just add a little tiny, tiny, tiny bit of black up here. And that just sort of makes it a little bit darker up top, but you don't really have to do it. Personal choice. Alrighty, so we're just gonna wait now for this to dry, and then we will continue on with our next steps. Okay, we're back. So I just realized that I mentioned that I was going to do a painting with nothing but sponge work. Then I realized, oh my gosh, one of the ones that I just posted was with sponge work. So it just goes to show you where my mind's at lately. Anyways, so the next color we're going to use is white. And then there's a couple of different techniques I'm going to show you. One is with, if you have an old toothbrush. If you don't, that's okay. We can just go ahead with the brush, which I'm going to use both. I'm actually going to use both. So what you do is you dip your thin brush, but just very carefully, you just want to do some, make sure your hands aren't shaky like mine was just then. And we're going to just do some stars. You know, some bigger ones, some smaller ones. And like I said, you just dip it in very sparingly. And you can even get adventurous and just make like it looks like it has a little shine off of it. But you should use a really, really thin brush for that. And like I say, you can just keep doing this, or you can take the toothbrush, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And I think that's probably enough. So now I'm going to dip the toothbrush in the white. Make sure if you use this method though, that you kind of get the excess off, and then you can just kind of flick it and it'll give you the same, but just flick it really lightly and it'll give you a bunch of little stars. But if you're not comfortable with doing this, just stick to the brush, because sometimes you could get like a spatter. See, I think I got a spatter down there. So if you're not comfortable with it, just stick with your brush, but it just kind of adds a bunch of little stars all over the place. But we can always go over that anyway. Hi, Ann. Oh, this is my roommate, Ann. Don't know if you can see her in the camera, okay, but she should be joining me. I'm actually just going to go over that error right there. And what the heck? Puts a little, you could just kind of blend it in. Because I goofed. But anyways, so we're just going to keep doing the stars. You can come in, Ann.
Okay.
It would be nice if you would be one of my in one of my videos.
No, I'm not ready today.
Anne's a really good painter, by the way, and I think she should be showing us some stuff too, because she's more into abstract, and I need lessons on abstract. So if you guys are interested in seeing some really good abstract stuff, just let me know, and I'll let Anne know that she's got to do one of these paint things with us. Anyway, so we're just going to, again, let that dry until we go on to the next step. Okay, so the very last step is with your black paint. Actually, you know what? While I was waiting for this to dry, I just viewed my intro to this whole thing, and I looked like I was really scared or worried, and the truth is I'm not. I'm just shy. Anyway, and I also had a conversation with Anne, and she said she would love it to post a video of her stuff. She's amazing. Like she's really good at, like I say, abstract stuff. But she says, I'm not going to talk at all because I don't want to talk. So if you guys are good with that, I can try and narrate it the best I can. So just let me know if you guys want to see any, if you want me to upload any of what Anne does. Anyway, so the next step, we're going to use the black, and we're just going to do like land, and we don't want it like a straight line. We want it to look like it's, you know, like ground, you know, mountains, whatever. You can even do a mountain if you want. It's entirely up to you. But we're just going to cover the whole bottom in black because what we're doing is like a silhouette. Okay. Now, we can either be done, like if you don't want to go any further, we can just leave it at that and there's your painting. Or if you want to add things to it, you can add like a tree to it, or you can add like, if you're good at drawing animals, you know what, you can do a deer, or you can do a wolf, or you know, anything that you're comfortable with, or if you want to just add the odd tree, or you want to add a mountain, use your imagination, whatever you'd like to do. I think I'm probably going to turn this one into, I don't know, I'm going to try doing like somebody swinging on a swing. So I'm just going to let that dry again for a little bit. All right, so I've decided I'm going to add a tree. Just for the heck of it. I don't know. I seem to have this thing happening with trees. I guess because I don't know. There's so many of them around and they're just so easy to do. I'll have to, you know, I'll have to get into more of a tree painting. Thicken that up a bit. What's that? Happy trees?
Happy little trees.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. You can tell we're all going stir crazy, right? Yeah. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I'm kind of hoping that we can all be able to get out and enjoy the things that we once enjoyed, you know, sooner than later. But, you know, I can see a lot of changes and some good stuff through this. And if you can see that, then that's probably a good thing. So I'm going to continue on with the tree. Okay. And maybe I'll take, where the heck did oh, there it is. That's my thinner one. Did I tell you what I'm going to attempt doing here, Ann?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I'm going to attempt like doing somebody swinging on a swing.
Oh, yes.
So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just being adventurous. Okay, so now I think maybe I need some water on this brush. No, I've got some right here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not using it like I probably should be. And I've noticed my hands are just not very steady today. I'm not sure why. Okay, do another one right here. I've run out of things to talk about. It's too bad that you guys couldn't talk to me while we're doing this. I'll have to figure something out where we can do that, and then that would be really neat because we could paint along and we could chat like we do at the Paint and Chat. Can you think of anything you'd like to chat about, Anne? Anne's eating an orange beside me, by the way.
What I'm going to do
What are you going to do?
is take a canvas or a wooden canvas and glue a paper towel to it to get texture.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. See, that's where I think, you know, because
different textures.
yeah, because you've got these different ideas that, like, it almost sounds crafty, and I don't think I'm really good at crafts. So now I'm going to try, I'm not very good at people either, but I'm going to try doing a little girl on the swing here. Should have done that. Doesn't look too bad.
No. Silhouette.
Considering I didn't know that this was what I was going to be doing. Oh well. Oh well, what the heck? You're just having fun, right? There we go. Okay, I think I'm just going to stop right there. Anyways, another really important thing, at least to me, is that you paint the sides of your canvas. It just looks so much better than to just leave them like rough like this. So yeah, I'm going to do mine for obvious reasons. Oops. I think I'll pick the thicker brush and do the sides of my canvas all in black. Alrighty, so yeah, if you do like the ends of them. So that's the finished painting. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next week. And like I say, any requests, just send them in to me, and I will get something up and running for what you requested. And if you'd like to see any of Anne's abstracts, let me know as well. Have a great day.